Good morning, guys. Good morning. Good morning. Once again, welcome to South Africa Lately, a channel that discusses South African trending news. We do, however, grab here and there from international news. When it is trending enough to be brought here, please do understand that I'm not a politician. I do not have deep knowledge in politics. However, I am a South African citizen who's also a voter, and I do believe that my views count when it comes to political affairs of our super gorgeous country. Now, there's a lot that is happening in South Africa. A lot that is happening against South Africa and South Africans, especially against South Africans, because we seem to be the victim of everything that is going on right now. I have to say that, I have to put it out there that this is how I feel, that South Africans are being victimized even by our own leaders. Now, the people who are coming against BEE, wanting it dismantled, I have a problem with that, because what are you replacing it with? It is the truth that we are disadvantaged. The people were previously disadvantaged. I'm talking about the people of color now. And I hate the fact that politicians continue to be divisive, dividing South Africans. Like, I had nothing in me that said I'm different from a colored person. Do you understand? I never viewed colored person different from my own struggles, because I live with colored people. I know them, they're my friends, they're my family. Do you understand what I'm talking about? So this effort that is being put by politicians to divide South Africans racially, it is something that I always come against, even when it's done by the ANC. Talk about the disadvantages of racism. Try and fix where the people of color are suffering because of racism. But don't use that. I'm talking about the ANC now. Don't use the race card. Every time you fail to deliver, you hide behind the race card, because you are not helping us as the citizens. So this continuous effort by politicians to gain political support by dividing South Africans, I pray that South Africans will choose themselves at the end of the day, because we live with all the people of all races. Where I live with everybody. Indians are here, they're my family, they're my friends. Coloreds are here, they're my family, they're my friends. White people are here, they're my friends, they're my family. I also even have foreign nationals who are here in South Africa legally doing good things, who went through all the procedures of being in South Africa. I appreciate those people, because we are even able to sit around and talk about illegal immigration with no hard feelings. To understand, those are the people that I live with. So when you come and be divisive as a politician, that is a South African citizen, we are a politician and we are being divisive. I despise that. Going back to the ANC's ways and BEE, right? You see, it is a no-brainer that the ANC has messed up this whole thing of BEE by giving it to the people that they preferred, abusing it and not allowing it to help everybody. I'm saying, if you have been given a tender worth 50 million rand and you get some percentage of profit there, you get it once, you get it twice, you get it 3 times, you are not going to live on that for the rest of your life. Have another plan. Give a chance to other people so that they also build themselves and leave the space too for other people. You see, this lento yokuncanca umbelo kwanzileyo for the rest of your life, like you don't want to leave that breast of tenders for the rest of your life. You just want to do tenders. Like, where is the opportunity for other people? Like, where is it? Because Black economic empowerment, which I like to call it the empowerment of the people of color, because I'd like to believe that we are grouped under that group, all of us, Indians, colors, the people who were previously disadvantaged, we are under that group. That's how I believed for the longest time. And I'm surprised when I see people like your Minister KAYBEE McKenzie. This is very hurtful. He's taking colored people to his corner while he is dividing South Africans racially so that he can benefit as a politician. The way I despise that, I'm totally so hurt, because this is the party I was considering voting for, right? Because I believe that people can change their ways. I'm reading from my broadband website. ANC doubles down on BEE. The African National Congress, ANC, has doubled down on Black economic empowerment amid questions over its policies, true beneficiaries, and pressure to exempt U.S. companies from BEE requirements. As the leader of society, the ANC will continue to evaluate the implementation of all transformation policies to ensure they remain true to their mandate, the political party said in a statement on Tuesday. Where these policies are found not to benefit those who were previously oppressed and marginalized, they will be reviewed and strengthened. ANC Secretary Fikile Mbalula published the statement on X calling on people who benefited from BEE to defend the policies against attempts to dismantle laws based on ascribed traits. We call on all South Africans who have benefited from these measures, including those appointed to various positions in the private sector, to stand in defense of their own gains, the ANC said. South Africans who have benefited from these measures must reject any political agenda aimed at reversing the progress made. ANC said that people must speak out against such attempts, whether they are professionals, business owners, or workers. Our commitment remains firm to advance inclusive economic growth, to deepen equity, and to safeguard the hard-won victories of our struggle for freedom. The United States recently implemented 30% tariff on South African imports to the country after talks between Pretoria and Washington failed. Economists, political analysts, and African leaders who visited Washington have reported that one of the requirements from the U.S. to avoid tariffs was to exempt its companies from BEE. Other issues that concern Washington include guarantees that South Africa would reverse course on laws allowing the expropriation of property without compensation. Other issues that I am not going to be reading the whole thing from that website, but what I can tell you is that today we have the US bullying South Africa like that because of the failures of the ANC from 1994 up to today. They have these beautiful policies that they have on papers that don't benefit South Africans, only them as politicians and the people that surround them. We are unable to defend the ANC today because of their actions. And Fikile Mbalula said those who benefited from BEE must come out and defend their gains, their personal gains. You see, we want those people to come out. They must come out, honestly, truly speaking. They even said in the statement, the ANC said, millions of people in South Africa who were previously disadvantaged now own businesses. I want to see those millions because I do have a business, but that business is not supported by BEE, and my business is still struggling up to this day because we know of certain circumstances that we face, but one is able to put food on the table via that business because you have these things that are beautiful set up in South Africa that we empower youth, and in South Africa we are only a youth from when you are born up to 35 years, and you will be struggling trying to get access to the funding that they are talking about. Before you know it, you're 35. And you look for opportunities as a woman that, we empower women here and there. You go for those opportunities. And when you get there, you find that you don't have the requirements. The requirements that they have, they don't consider that we come from a previously disadvantaged position. They want things that they also can want from a white person who is able to produce those requirements that they want, and you are unable to. Do you understand what I'm saying? For all of us, this becomes, for these policies for an ordinary black person or person of color in South Africa, they just become decorations, nothing less, nothing more. We don't benefit from them. So what I am saying, BEE is good. And it was supposed to have done more within these 30 years, not completely achieved its goals because it will take many years to reverse the damage that was done by apartheid. So, but we could have made progress if this was implemented very well. So at this stage now, we are here suffering. We have knocked on so many doors, and those doors, they look open, but they are shut. So if you say now, let us scrap the BEE, I don't support that. I support BEE being implemented correctly so that one day in the future, all of us, regardless of race, we will just be South Africans. Do you understand? We will just be South Africans. Anyway, guys, that's my chat. The NC is not budging. And also, the US is supposed to be bullying, they're supposed to be bullying everyone like that. Hey, Sana. Donald Trump must not bring the US to the US that Great Depression that we read about in history books. Please. Please don't forget to share your comments in the comment section. I'm looking forward to reading those as always. And sometimes I get time to be very little on my side. So if time allows me, I'm going to respond. But if it doesn't, I'm going to take time maybe later tonight or even tomorrow to react to your comments to show that I appreciate your participation in my channel. And the next time you bump into my videos, kindly watch my ads in full. That's if you're on Wi-Fi and we have the time to do so, as that support really goes a long way. And to those who are already watching my ads in full, so do have a fabulous day. I'll be seeing you in my next video.